Hello and welcome back to another big match preview. I'm delighted today to be joined by Tam McManus and Alec Ray, and we're looking towards Hibs v Rangers on Wednesday night, fellas. Start with you, Tam. What do you think the starting 11 will be for Hibs, and formation?
Yeah, I think he'll stick to the 3-5-2. David Gray's obviously been playing that all season. Fantastic result and performance, I thought, yesterday against Aberdeen. I thought that 2-1 really flattered Aberdeen, so I think he'll play the three at the back. O'Hara came off a knock towards the end, so we're hoping that he's fit enough, because he's been excellent for Hibs this season, so I think he'll come in.
Hanley.
I think Hanley will come in the centre again. Should all his experience. I think there's a few question marks.
He's been a good addition.
I think there's a few question marks about him. His age and all that, but I think he's been outstanding for Hibs.
Yep.
And obviously Jack Iredale will play on the left-hand side, the three, and then the Cadden brothers. I think
both Cadden brothers.
Yeah, I think both of them played well yesterday. There's real competition. Obviously, Jonathan Abita on the left, but I think he'll stick with the same team if everyone's fit.
Yep.
Josh Mulligan in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
He'll play in there. Balazer will probably play as a sitter. He'll play as a sitter, and then he'll play Jamie McGrath just in front of those two, I think, Cara. Yeah. And then the front two, who I thought, were superb yesterday. I thought Bowie and Cleegee. Cleegee's been handled really well for David Gray, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously, Alex coaching just now. Young guys came from abroad. Easy just to throw him in straight away, £1 million. They've nursed him in, and he looks the real deal at the minute. He caused Aberdeen all sorts of problems with his pace. So I think that's, if everyone's fit, I think that'll be the team to take on Rangers. Not
a bad bench as well. We've got Martin Boyle, Hoylett on the bench. That gives them some options attacking as well to bring on. Yeah,
it does. I think obviously Martin came on yesterday and could have had a couple of goals actually with his pace on the counter attack. I think it'll be a different game. I think Rangers will come and really have a go at Hibs. And Hibs maybe will not have that much space. That Aberdeen were really pushing forward. But yeah, I think that Hibs have got a strong starting 11 and a strong bench at the minute.
And what do you think? How do you think David Gill will be going into this game? He's managed to steady it a wee bit. It was a bit of a tough start for him, but point against Celtic, obviously disappointing in the Edinburgh derby, but a good win yesterday as well. What do you think?
No, I think the confidence will be going through all the guys. I think they're sitting in third place at the minute. Obviously overshadowed by Hearts at the start of the season, but Hibs can only do what they can do. They've only lost one game this season, albeit quite a few draws in there, but back-to-back wins, Livingston and Aberdeen. So I think they get into this game with a lot of confidence.
I thought you were going to say favourites there.
No, they're certainly not favourites, but listen, I think Rangers have really had Indian sign over Hibs over the last 5-6 years. I don't think Hibs have beat them. So it's been a long time since Hibs beat Rangers, and they'll maybe not get a better opportunity than Wednesday night.
Alec, you're going to move them yourself here.
No, I know this could be tricky, Tom. No, listen, I think it's interesting. He obviously went with a 4 last week in Bran, and then went to a 3 yesterday. So I think he'll pretty much stay. It'll be interesting because it would be a match-up if he went with a similar shape. Yep. And I think they'll go with Cornelius off the left.
Impressed by him yesterday?
Yeah, I was actually. He was up against that man Mountain, and he had to. It was a challenge. It's a physical battle, and he did okay. I think Suter will be central, and then he gets the protection. And the interesting thing here is I think Tavernier with these three, it's how you can release these two outside ones and then can get control of the game. I think Nico Raskin will be the sitter with Dio. Oh no, what have I done there?
It's okay. It's okay.
Wow. Anyway, told you not to leave me to this. So I think they two will be there, just in front for the protection. I think Little Gassama will be over in the right-hand side. And on the other side, I think it'll be
Magoma, Ant-Man.
No. Is this him here?
Yeah, Magoma.
Yep, so I think we will go with this guy here. And then I think you'll have, similar to what Tam's saying, I think he will be just in front.
Of the two sitters?
Yes, just playing off either side in the little pockets. And then I'm going to go with little Danilo, because I thought he was really bright yesterday. And I think he will play up there. And I'm going to go for Chermiti.
After the goal?
I just think, what... I actually saw this boy live yesterday, really for the first time, and I think he's seen some real quality. He kind of retains the ball well. He's got good movement.
Big unit as well, isn't he? He's a big boy.
He's a big boy, but I think he's got attributes. Obviously, still very young, so I think they'll possibly go like that on the back of it.
Interesting matchup, Like both going the same.
It's absolutely, and I think the key players. Obviously, you'll be looking at the both Caddens. These two will be interesting.
See who can force the other two back.
And then Asgard, now one of the things watching him yesterday as well is, see when he drops into his own half, I think that's kind of wasted on me, because when I seen him play at Wigan a couple of years ago, he was picking up inside left channels, running in behind.
Yeah.
And I think with his physicality and his technical ability, you want him in the opposition's final third. And then little Danilo's goal yesterday was brilliant. It's great to see him back. He's had a torrid time with injuries. And the time that I was at Rangers, he was by far the best striking finisher. You gave him a little half chance, he's got little toe pokes, little glancing headers and things, and you've seen that yesterday. So that's the reason why I think you'll stay with him as well.
Tam, talking about two up front, it's interesting, I'm talking to you as a striker. I know you probably would have done the running behind rather than holding. Forgive me if I'm doing you just...
Early part of my career, definitely running behind. Latter part, coming deep.
But it's funny, Kieran Bowie does that role so well in terms of holding the centre half off and allowing the striker to come across. Do you think that is going to be the key for Hibs in terms of getting him to hold the ball up to allow everyone else to come up with him as well?
Yeah, I thought he was excellent at that yesterday, Bowie, particularly in the second half. You know, he's a big boy, big unit. He gets his body in, gets his backside in, and really holds defenders off. And Cleage's just round about him, and Jamie McGrath coming into the pocket. So, listen, there's real competition for places. Eli Johan came on yesterday, scored a fantastic goal. You know, Martin Boyle's not on the bench at the minute as well. So, for the first time in a long time, Hibs have really got 4 strikers of real quality, and there's real competition. And Alex will tell you, when there's competition for places in that forward area, it drives the standards. You know, you're in the team as a striker, you think, you look at the bench and you go, I'm 60 minutes, I'm not playing too well, I could get hooked here. So it just drives you on, and I think that Hibs have got that at the minute, that competition.
I think the competition for places thing's interesting. Obviously, you're coaching, but you also played. It really, I remember when I've played, whenever they've brought somebody in, it just you try extra. Exactly. How important is that, especially with the Rangers squad, right? When recently you'd maybe say that they haven't been playing well, but if they start to play well and you have your place and that encourages the subs, how important is that, for example, for Danilo coming in, keeping maybe a Miovski out the squad?
No, it's crucial, and there's an old saying in there that you're only as strong as your bench. And I think when you can look like for like, and I think Celtic's done that really well over recent years, where they've brought in good players, and 70 minutes onwards, it makes the difference. And I was just looking, obviously you look at Miovski, paid a couple of million for him, Ant-Man a few million. This guy was playing one of the top players in the Championship last year as well, and Roughwell, and then obviously Giga. But they've got other options available to them. I think it's really interesting because, as Tam says, they've only lost 1 game. So they're beginning to this thinking if we can get in amongst them early doors. I think when I look at Rangers as well, there's a vulnerability about them as well. They look to me as if they start really bright, and I'm thinking, all right, okay, they looked good yesterday. But then they obviously get that equaliser. There's a kind of discontent with the fans. They seem to be on their back quite sharpish. So if they can get up and running early doors and get after Hibs, it can give them that confidence, because they're going to need that, because at some point during the game, Hibs is going to come after Rangers. And as you said, Boyle's been a thorn in Rangers' side for many years.
Start with you, Tam. Where do you think Hibs can hurt Rangers the most? Where's the key battle for you?
I think forward areas. I think I look at that Rangers back 3 and I think they can be got at.
Behind?
Yeah, I think in behind, I think particularly the pace of Cleage. I think you've seen him yesterday. You know, he takes his goal well, gets in between the 2 centre backs and takes a good touch and finishes. The other one, he's unlucky. I think the goalkeeper saves it. Then I think Bowie should score. It's cleared off the line. So I think that partnership, and as I said, 60, 70 minutes. You're looking at the bench. You've got Martin Boyle, who's got searing pace. Eli Johan, walks through their defence yesterday. So I think in terms of where Hibs can help Rangers, I think it's probably the wide areas with the deliveries and Bowie and Cleage as strikers. And
you mentioned that you think David Gray's done well with Cleage. What has impressed you with that situation?
Yeah, because I think Hibs paid £1 million for him as a record signing, and Hibs fans are thinking straight away, we want to see him, because Hibs were struggling early in the season. But listen, I like work for guys day in, day out. Sometimes you're maybe not ready in training, or this guy's came from Switzerland. You know, it's a totally different style of football, pace of football. And I think that David Gray's handled them well. He's brought him in for 10, 15 minutes. It's been hard to judge him. But I think now he's bang up to speed. I think he looks a real player at the minute. So I think David Gray's handled him really well.
Rangers, key areas?
Obviously the front 3, if they go with them, I think if you can get, see for me, I would want to try and get Hanley and that kind of coming towards the ball and get runners getting behind. And as I said to you, I think little Danilo, if you can get service to him in and about the box, there was a period yesterday the ball popped him and he just tried to hit a wee one outside his foot, and normally he's so composed, and they managed to get a block yesterday. So I'm looking at them. Actually, the middle of the park, I think Rangers will try and dominate the ball, as they always try and do. So they need to try and work it into areas and try and get overloads and get in these kind of areas here.
And do you think that's where Asgard's key to
Yeah,
sort
absolutely.
Of make these runs into this area and in this area as well?
I always feel as if when Rangers are coming towards the ball a lot, I think for guys like Hanley and that, it's so easy to defend against because you're just walking on. I think when you start running off the back of these guys, it then becomes a bigger issue for them. And I think that's what they'll be looking to try and do. But having seen Rangers at times over the season, they have to be brave and they have to make their runs to try and get that back three of Hibs stretched, because what they want to do is they want to be connected with their midfield so that they're just moving in a block. So you want to try and get them stretched and try and get in behind them, and I think that's, if they can do that, and as I said to you, I was quite impressed with the boy Chermiti yesterday because he's very athletic, he brings people in, and it's like you were saying with the Hibs striker, you want to try and get the ball and then get runners coming off you. And the good thing about yesterday as well is it allowed these two to then bomb forward and get into better areas where they weren't so much worrying about defending. And I think Hibs will try and take these guys back the way, and then you get an overload down the sides.
And I suppose if we're talking like Gassama, because obviously he has a more attacking minded player, and Magoma's up here.
Yep.
Big job for Tav.
Yeah, well, there's two ways to look at this, because obviously they'll be pressing with their two strikers, and what will end up happening is, as I said yesterday, because Kilmarnock pressed with two yesterday as well, and then that allows them to step forward. Once they step forward, and then they have to release out, then you can actually play the wide man, and you can get people in the pockets, and then the opposite side, if you like, is when you can actually go on the ball. So I think if you can get them dragged one side, go the other side, and then it gets them stretched, and then runners in behind.
And I suppose as well, when you look at it, Nico Raskan, I'm drawing on his face unfortunately.
A wee pair of glasses here.
Blue as well, brilliant.
How important is him and Diomande's role? I mean, it really frees them up to be able to link the play, as you said, in those pockets.
I thought they'd done it really well yesterday, and I think they were sucking the Kilmarnock players in, playing round, picking up little pockets, and I think when they two do that, it allows Asgard to get in behind, and it's just a case of kind of dragging them out. Asgard was also dropping into these kind of like half spaces here, but again, I know he's picking it up there, but once he was pressed, he's just coming back, so I didn't quite see the benefit of that. You know, you maybe suck somebody in there. I want to try and get them in pockets in behind their midfield.
Absolutely, and I suppose on the Hibs point of view, lastly, they're quite comfortable defending that box, aren't they? You've got Warren Hara, Grant Hanley, Jack Iredale. Is it about making him turn rather than playing it straight to him like we spoke about? Is that making it too easy for Grant Hanley? Just balls in the box, balls in the air?
Yeah, I think all three of them are good at defending the box. They're good at defending the box in a deep situation. You're under pressure, going to Celtic, going to Rangers when you're under the cosh for a period of time. But Hibs are not going to play like that. I think Hibs are going to try and get after Rangers. The two forwards, the two strikers are going to go and press, similar to what Hearts done at the weekend against Celtic. They're going to use the energy in the stadium. They're going to try and get after Rangers at the back. So from a Rangers point of view, you want to try and isolate Gassama, maybe on Iredale, or on this side, McGomer against O'Hara, 1v1, because then I think they're exposed. But I think that Hibs, in terms of that three at the back, need to stay connected.
Sorry, Tam. So see when you're saying about, and I totally agree with you, so they want to try and defend that kind of 6-yard area like that. And if you can get into these wider areas, even if one of the brothers are going back there, you want to try and hit these pockets here around about the penalty spot. So let me just take these back a little bit, because they defend that with the width of the goal really well, and then that's when you've got somebody who's cute, like so you have Chermiti doing that. And I used to play with the boy Shot Avalanche, and as everybody was going back towards retreating to the goal, his natural one would just do that back towards the penalty spot, and it was just cut backs to these areas, and he's as cute as you get. So that's the reason why I think they'll go with him tomorrow.
Score predictions, start with you, Alex.
2-1 Rangers.
2-1 Rangers.
I'm going to go for 2-1 to Hibs.
Interesting, there we go.
I don't think there's any surprise in two scorelines, was there?
Get ready for the trip of a lifetime to the Champions League final in Budapest. This is your chance to experience the ultimate footballing event of 2026. Sign up to PLZ Premium for the season and you're in the draw to win the VIP package to the final. Flights, accommodation and tickets all included for you and one friend. Unlock exclusive content and prize giveaways on PLZ Premium. Do not miss out on this incredible opportunity. Secure your spot for the 2026 Champions League final by clicking the link in our bio.